with that being said, let me get Britton and Michelle up. How are you guys doing today? Good to see you, Michelle.
Hi.
Great to see you, as always.
Cold winter day today.
It sure is. And
what's up?
A snow day to boot. So, well, do you all want to set up this a Sweet Retreat video review reaction we're going to do? Give us a little background on what made you decide to review it, and is there was there a game plan, or did you just point at whatever looked good?
So Sweet Retreat, actually, we've known Bess since like 2014. She actually started out up here in Ratcliffe, and we got to know her through the Small Business Alliance way back. And then, and so I don't remember when exactly she moved to E-Town, but she is somebody that has started out and she has mastered her craft.
Yes.
And something that was very interesting about Bess's business. She does custom cakes and has things for purchase in the bakery, but she is huge on TikTok, has a huge following. I think the last time I checked it was like 350,000 or something like that. But I mean, she goes live at night while she's there decorating cakes, and she has 700,000-800,000 people on her feed. And so she, like I said, we've been friends, tried to support her when she was here in town, and then also up there. So we were out and about one day, and we had tried to do it the week before, and she'd been on vacation, so we went in and got disappointed she wasn't there. But we read the sign on the door, and we marked it on the calendar to come back, and so we just went up and gave her a visit, and and we talked some social media and talked some business strategies, and when you have somebody that's having that kind of success, I mean, all you can do is do whatever you can to learn from them.
Learn.
And it just so happened too, we got some really good treats out of it too.
Well, that's great. Speaking of TikTok, we are streaming on TikTok today, but we can't see your comments. So if you're commenting on there, I'll check it after the stream's over. But if you want us to see your comments, you need to be on YouTube or Facebook, and then we'll be able to pull them into the stream. But yeah, let's get started with that video reaction.
Hey guys, Experienced Eater here coming in, and we are about to hit a favorite of the E-Town area. I believe they were voted the best bakery in Kentucky in Southern Living Magazine, or Kentucky Living Magazine. Yes. Best bakery. Let's go see Bess here.
Long-time friend of ours.
We've known her since before she came to E-Town when she was in Ratcliffe. Let's go see what Bess has got at the Sweet Retreat. Look at all these awards. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? And then you can see why. Look at this case. Oh, as a bearded weirdo would say, I'm never going to be a skinny man. Got big brownies and walnuts.
Look at that with all the coconut and the chips.
But what am I going to try?
You feel one of the things that it's very important.
What are we going to get?
That I'll say is I emphasize what we're going to try, because if I'm the kind of person that if I'd have bought, I would have eten them. And I'm not a person of small stature, so we had to be selective in going through that process, because it was one of the things.
You had a great selection that day. There was a lot to choose from.
You always eat with your eyes first, and I mean everything in that case just looked fantastic.
It sure does. And sorry about that. I had a little scene issue there, but I got it fixed now. But it does. It looks real great. Let's keep on going. Just stop me if you want to say anything. And everybody else, you're still there. I think I can still hear you, but I just can't fit everybody on screen.
What should I get? All right, guys. So we talk about a tough decision.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out, what we were going to get. And let's be honest, I look like I could eat it all. I know that. But
no doubt.
I don't need to. So we got a oatmeal no-bake, chocolate no-bake cookie right here. And we got a carrot cake cupcake right here. And then this is the coup de grace. This right here.
I'm excited.
I don't know what she called it, but it's basically...
She called it a scrap cup. A scrap cup.
In our family, my wife will tell you when we get this cracked open, she'll tell you exactly what we call this. And it sounds a little dirty. So this is a toughie, because the queen of no-bake cookies is sitting right there. And second place, the queen of no-bake cookies, is my mama. So let's see how this goes. Save that for later. Plenty of peanut butter. Soft, damn good cookie. All right, here we go. Carrot cake cupcake.
Well, carrot cake is one of both of our favorites, and we absolutely love it. And part of that for me is the cream cheese icing. So I'm just going to take a big bite out of this. Look at that, guys. Does that not look good?
It smells good. Wish it's television.
Oh man! Wow, that is excellent. I mean, that is great.
Bite me, Mama.
The cake is great, nice and moist. Frosting's good. Great job, Bess. Great job. That.
All right. So this is the crumb cup, scrap cup.
She called it a scrap cup. And I think it's an incredible way. It's like a disassembled like cake ball, because this is all the scrap of her cake cuts and everything. And this is what you mix with frosting to make a cake ball. But she basically layered it in a cup with the buttercream, so that's a great way to use all your parts.
Parfait.
Yeah.
Now, in our family, the remnants of the cake we call the schmutz.
Oh, all the frosting and the crumbs and everything on the bottom of the pan. That's like the gold, and we fight over it. We call it the schmutz. So this is a schmutz-filled cup. It's fantastic.
Told you it sounded dirty.
All right.
I had a bite. I took a pre-bite. I thought it was exceptionally moist. The icing was really flavorful, and it's like wedding cake icing.
Yeah, we got like this one has chocolate and vanilla cake in it with the frosting.
Okay.
That's awesome.
So we're finishing up here at Sweet Retreat. We're in the car, and we're still snacking on the everything. Everything was fantastic. We've known Bess and Sweet Retreat for well over 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
We got to know her through the Small Business Alliance from our small business, and then when she was opening in Ratcliffe, and then she made the big move to E-Town and has just done a phenomenal job. She has blown up. Phenomenal products, huge on social media, award-winning bakery, and I'm just proud to say that we know her. And after coming up here today and having what we have, it's easy to see why she's done as well as she has.
Yep.
And we're going to keep cheering her on, and just love seeing her success. And if you're in E-Town, Sweet Retreat Bakery is definitely an experience you've got to eat. We'll see y'all later.
I'm hungry.
I know. It's like I want to go get one right now.
For everybody that's not aware of where they're located, where exactly are they located?
So
They are a little hard to find.
They're in the plaza that's kind of in front of Walmart, in between Lowe's and Walmart's where Namaste. And I believe there's an optometrist that's there, eye doctor place. I don't know the name of it. But they're right there in E-Town off of Dixie. But they're in the end cap of the building, so you got to turn in, go all the way down, and then wrap around. I think their neighbors are actually H&R Block there on Dixie.
Yeah, they're hard to find. If you weren't looking for them, you wouldn't see them. They're around all the way to the end of the building, and their front door actually opens up into like Lowe's parking lot. Like
they overview.
Yeah, they're like their door faces Lowe's and Walmart, so you have to go all the way around to the side. So you have to look for it, but worth the hunt
For sure. And and I think one of the things that we saw from this visit, like I said, we've had Bess's stuff for a long time, and it's really, I think it's a testament to a business owner and to someone that's mastering their craft that 10 years later, her products are the best they've ever been. And, you see that improvement, and you see that growth as, in her, I've seen it in her cake decorating. I've seen it also in her, in her actual product, but then also you see it in her as a businesswoman and what she's been able to do and accomplish. And it's funny. And Rachel will understand this, and you guys will too, that social media is not the reality that we live in, but it's perceived as that. And for someone to be able to master that and be able to put their best foot forward and do lives and do those things, and then use it to promote themselves and promote their business and to help people, that's one of the things that the Experience Eater page. We broke 2,000 subscribers, whatever followers, I think is what you call it. And and I'll tell you that when we did that review for Bess, we were at about 500, and and she was instrumental in us going. We would go live, and she helped with the Red Brick Cottage page. And I mean, just she really is such a giving person that she used her clout and her chops to help us grow our pages. So we like one of the things that the Red Brick Cottage page was big. She helped us get to 1,000 people so we could go live on that. And so I mean, she's somebody that has grown. She's mastered her mastered her craft, and then she's also out there helping anybody that she can be successful. And I mean, that's a win-win-win right there. And it's somebody that deserves our support, encouragement. And like I said, if you can't get there and go buy something from her, go to her Facebook page, go to her TikTok page, go to her Instagram, like, comment, share, support, encourage, do those things. And you might not be able to go get a cake from her, But you know what? You share one of her wedding cake posts or one of her party cakes that she does for somebody, and then 2 of your friends end up going getting cakes
Right.
from them. I mean, that's the impact. And in the economy that we're facing right now, small businesses need that support and that love.
I think
Yes.
right there is the thing that people don't understand is the most important part of social media. Is that exactly same thing with our store or any of your businesses? Just because you either they're not your jam or they're not something that you personally need, doesn't mean that somebody else or 10 other people that you know aren't going to need that. That liking, that comment, and that share is crucial, absolutely crucial to other people's businesses. And I encourage you guys to do that with anybody that you like their businesses, share them out there, get the word out about them. You have no idea what your post can bring that business. And it's so important. So please do that for everyone.
That's a good reminder. So
Yep.
bottom line is if you want some good sweets, need to go check that out. And also Corey Greenwell said, looks really good. I agree, Corey.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for doing that video review. And we appreciate you guys joining us like you have been. We look forward to next week's video that we'll react to. We're going to go ahead and move on.
Phil, I'm going to pop off real quick. I got to go grab something to eat, but
Okay.
I will be watching the